I get so bummed when people tell me they can't wear false lashes because they can never get it right. So in this video, I'm gonna show you an easy false lash tutorial for beginners and anyone who wants some help. You're going to learn all of my hacks for removing lashes out of the box so they don't break, how to size them for your eye shape so they don't pop off in the inner and outer corners, poke you, or drag your eyes down, and you're gonna learn how to apply them with ease even if it's your first time trying. And of course, I'll show you how to remove them without damaging your own lashes or causing a mess. Hello, Glowing Goddess. I'm Donna with Beauty University, and I'm a professional makeup artist with over 14 years of experience, and I'm here to share practical techniques for women new to makeup enthusiasts who want a pro perspective, and aspiring makeup artists. Just think of me as your makeup fairy godmother, here to guide you through your journey. I'm going with the Ardell Wispies for a couple of reasons. One, they're really easy for you to get, so if you like the way that they look on me, you can find them at Ulta, CVS, Duane Reade, whatever drugstore you have by you. Next, the band is clear and very thin, so it's easy to work with, super easy to apply. And last, they're in between a dramatic and a natural lash. My eye makeup is pretty natural. I only have a few colors on and a little bit of a wing liner, and my lipstick is pretty dark. So it's not like this look is a natural look, but it's not dramatic either. So this is a really good in between. Whenever you're gonna be applying your lashes, I want you to do your mascara and curling of your lashes first. So you're gonna curl your lashes and put on your mascara, then you'll do your falsies. I know you're probably gonna see some videos where people are gonna curl their lashes after they apply their lashes, but I have a whole video on why I don't think this works, and I'll drop that in the description box below. Some people also like to apply their eyeliner after their lashes. You can do that, but I find applying it beforehand really gets the liner really close to your lash line, so when you put the falsies on top of it, it blends very easily. You don't need to wear eyeliner with lashes. You can do them on their own. It's up to you. I already have it on. When it comes to removing the lashes from the box, I don't want you to just go in and pull it off because you can rip the lash. I've had that happen to me one time too many, so I've learned my lesson. What I like to do is I will bend the box completely so part of the lash pops up. So you can see it's popping up right there, and then you can kind of take your finger and flick underneath the lash so it pushes up even more. And then you're gonna go right at the end of it and pull slowly. Don't pull aggressively. Like if I keep pulling, I could risk breaking the lash. So I'm not gonna pull any more at the end. I'm gonna go into the center, lift again, and that's pretty much off now. There we go. Comes off really easily, then it can go right back into the place. And you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. You're gonna bend that down and pull the lash out. Now that we've got the lash out of the box, we have to size it to our eyes before we apply it. Before you even put on the glue, I want you to size it. And the reason we're sizing it is because most lashes are going to be too big for your eye. And if they're too big, you're going to feel a pinching in the inner corner or in the outer corner. Usually it is the inner corner, and that's gonna be annoying. And if it's too long, it's going to hang down on the outer corner of your eye, which is going to drag your eye down. We don't want that. We're trying to lift up the eye here. So we wanna make sure that we're cutting the lash to fit our eye shape. And in order to do that, you're just gonna take the lash. This has no glue on it. And if it helps, you can always take your tweezers. We're gonna use our tweezers for all of this. And we're going to put it on our eye. So when you're putting it on your eye, no glue, you're just really going as close to your lash line as possible. I like to start in the center, and I'm just gonna let it sit there. Now, obviously it's not on, it looks a little wonky, but I want you to come a little closer to me because if you see right here, some might think that this fits okay, but this is a little bit too far in. I want you to leave the whole front 1/3 of your eye open with no lash. This is gonna make sure that it sits comfortably without poking you, because let me tell you, that poke is really annoying and it's gonna irritate you all day. Your eyes are gonna tear, your makeup's gonna get messed up. It's not fun. So make sure it's about 1/3 way. So I know that if I wanna have it 1/3 way, I'm gonna pull it a little further back. Whoop, it does come off, that does happen. It's not glued down, so it's okay. And I'm going to place it 1/3 in. It should line up with your real lashes. So now that it's about 1/3 in, let me just get this on the outer corner. You can see that it's hanging out on my outer corner. I know that if I was to try this all the way and I was to glue it down, pay no attention to the inner corner now, but look at the outer corner. If I was to apply this right here, what is it doing? It's pulling my eye down. So the fact that I did a winged eyeliner, which I'm trying to lift up the eye, if I have this where it's pulling down, my eye is going to sag downward. So if you have downturned or really hooded eyes, this is not going to be flattering for you. You want to make sure we're lifting it. So I'm going to take it off, and now we're going to cut the lash. When you're cutting the lash, I want you to cut from the longest part of the lash, which is going to be this side. You never want to cut from the inner corner. You always want to cut from the outer corner because the outer corner, you want to keep the inner corner short because the inner corner of your real lashes are shorter. So always cut from the outer corner and cut slowly. You know, these lashes are really cool because you can see there's a little, you can see where each lash is. So it's really easy to know where to cut. I don't want to cut too much. I'm just going to cut one individual baby right on this end. I'm going to take some baby scissors. You can get these at any drugstore. And I'm going to snip that end right off. After you cut off, I want you to remeasure again. The good news is you can reuse your lashes about 5 to 6 times. So doing this might take a little bit longer, but then it's size and you won't have to do it again. So you're going to resize, put it on your eye, and see if that's going to be okay. All right, I think that's gonna look all right. Of course, if you're thinking of doing makeup on other people or you're an aspiring artist, you always wanna use new lashes on every client each time. Take them out of the box in front of them so they can see that you're hygienic. But when it comes to yourself, you can reuse the lashes 5 to 8 times if you keep them nice and clean, which I'll show you at the end. I do give the box to my clients when I do their makeup so they can reuse the lashes. Like I mentioned earlier, this band is really thin, it's practically clear, and it has a lot of movement to it. Now, I'm gonna do another video that talks about the different types of lashes, but what I wanna comment on is if you have a band that is a little bit thicker and it doesn't have the same kind of flexibility, you can wrap it around your finger, which is going to help it get some shape to it. So when you're applying it on your own eyes, it's less likely to pop off in the inner and outer corners. The lash glue that I'm using is False Lash glue. This one is latex free. And I do always recommend latex free glue because it dries quicker. You don't have to wait as long for it to get tacky. And if you're thinking of doing makeup on other people, it is much better to have one that's latex free because you never know if your client is gonna have a latex allergy. This one, as you see, has a little bit of it's holographic. It's holographic. And this tells you that it's going to dry completely clear. They do also make one in black, and I do have the black the black lash glue as well. And I usually do use black when I have a winged eyeliner on. And then I use clear when I have no eyeliner. But if you're just starting out, get clear because let me tell you, if you try the black and you make a little mistake and you slip, you can get black lash glue on your lid and that sucks because then it really messes up your makeup. However, if you smudge and it slips and this glue gets on your lid, it's gonna dry clear and no one will see it. So when you're going to apply the glue, what I like the most about this is it has a wand. You're just going to run the wand along the whole band. Now, you could go a little bit heavier on the inner and outer corners. I'm gonna just dab it a little bit more right there, and you can let it sit. You don't really have to wait for this to get tacky. But what I like to do to make my lashes really stick is I will take the glue and I will go along my lash line and put the glue there as well. What this does is a couple of things. You now have a double adhesive. You have adhesive on your lid and you have adhesive on the lash. This is going to help it grab each other and really stick so you don't have to worry about them popping off in the inner or outer corner at all throughout the day. This basically makes it waterproof and sweat proof and just amazing longevity. The reason I did this is because that's how you would apply prosthetics. You put the glue on the skin and you put the glue on the prosthetic. The double adhesive makes it last longer. The best tip that I can give you for applying false lashes is I want you to look in a mirror, or if you're holding a mirror, whichever it is, you're gonna tilt your head back and you're gonna look down. I want you to look down so you can see very clearly where your lash line is. This is gonna help you get super close. Now you're gonna take your tweezers and I'm holding the lash in the middle of the tweezers because when I put the lash down on my eyelid, I want to put it in the center first and then I can use the tweezers to adjust the inner and outer corner. Now, when you're going to apply it, a lot of people tend to go straight on like this. I don't want you to do that. You're going to block your view. Instead, this is the game changer, my friends. You're going to go over your head still tilted back, looking down into your mirror. You're going over your head with the tweezer, come right in and set that bad boy right in the center and let it sit there. Now I'm gonna take the tweezer and I don't have to stay over my head anymore. You can if it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable because you're really not gonna be blocking your view at all. But if you can tilt your head to the side, take the tweezer, go at the corner of the lash, and push it down on the outer corner. Once that is nice and secure, you can go a little bit over the head, tilt your head a little bit more, and glue it down in the inner corner. And that's it. That's it. Once it is on, even before it dries, you can take your fingers and squeeze the lashes together, your false lash and your real lashes. This is why a lot of people like to curl with the lash curler, but we're not gonna do that. This is gonna keep the lashes looking good, but this will help blend in your real ones and your falsies so you can't see the difference. Sometimes you get lash glue on your finger, so we're just gonna ignore that real quick. Some people do like to push their lashes up after they apply it. With these, I don't have to. They're already sticking quite up, and if I push them up even more, it might cover more of my eyeshadow, and I don't want that to happen. But if you're just starting out, try both ways and see which one you like more. When you're going to do the other side, wherever you cut on the first lash, you're gonna cut the same amount on the second lash. Most likely your eyes are going to be pretty similar length. Even if you have one eye that's more hooded than the other, the actual eyeball is the same length, so you can do the same cutting. But if you wanna double check, cut the little bit that you did, size it, and see how it is and go from there. As you can see, these are Demi Wispies are really natural. The only thing that makes them a little bit more dramatic is they do crisscross along the bottom, so it makes it look a little bit fuller and a little bit more of a flare, which I don't mind, and you still see my nice pink eyeshadow, and these would be perfect for every day. Sometimes people like to put on liner after they do their lashes to either make their liner a little bit thicker or to go over the lash band. Because these have a clear band, I don't need to do that, and it blended in so well with my lashes or in the liner that I already had, so there's no need. But just letting you know, in case that is something that you notice and you've seen other people do, give it a whirl, and if you have a question, drop it below. If you want your lashes to have a very long lifespan so you can use them up to even 10 times, I don't want you to remove them with taking makeup remover or anything like that first. I want you, before you even grab any cleanser, any Q-tips to take off your makeup, take your fingers, go right at the tip of the lash, and you're just going to pull it off like that. Comes off very easily, and you don't ruin the lashes. If you try to go in with makeup remover first, you're going to bend the lashes and they're not going to live as long. Once you take them off, if you see any excess glue, which we use clear glue, so you're not really going to see too much, but if you do see any excess glue, I want you to try to peel that off. And when you peel that off, you're going to hold the lash right in the center, make sure you're gripping it hard so it doesn't rip, and then you're going to go right at the band, and you're going to pull some of that glue off. Now, like I said, because these are clear, you're not going to see much of it, so that's a good thing. You don't want to see too much. There we go, perfect. Most of the glue is now off. So now we want to store these. So you can put them right back into the case that it came in, but I'm a little fancy, and you guys, if you don't know, I do love glitter, and I got this off of Amazon, which is a lash holder. So it holds all of your lashes. I have some spaces here, so I'm just gonna put those in here. That way, if I travel, this can all come with me, and I can reuse any of the lashes that I want. Once you do that, you go in with your makeup remover and remove the rest of your makeup. In my next video, I'm gonna talk about the different shapes of lashes, how to pick out the best ones for you and your eye shape, and of course, my favorites. So make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and you ring that bell so you don't miss out. If you have any questions about false lashes or makeup in general, drop it in the comments below and I'll leave you a hefty answer so you feel confident with your application. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Love, light, and all the sparkles. Bye-bye.